How y'all doing? Doing great. Yeah, he got nicked up a little bit yesterday at practice, and we'll let you know a little bit more as we know. Yep, there's a concern. Simeon probably not going to be able to go. Yeah. Well, he came to Dallas to one of our workouts that we have. Walked up, didn't know him from Adam. Uh, Real polite kid, and he verticaled over 40 inches, and he broad jumped 11 feet, and those are some pretty significant numbers. I had been told that he was going to come and that he, maybe didn't have the foot speed that we were looking for. And he's not a 4.4 guy. He's a mid 4.5 guy, but he plays faster than he clocks. He's got what they call game speed. And and the thing that I noticed once we went to the one-on-ones, he had such strong hands. It reminds you like of a Nick Lewis. I mean, it just, when the ball, wherever the ball was there, he was able to track it and he was able to come down with a football. There were a couple of pretty good DBs there that day, and so I started matching those guys up against Darrell, and he pretty much owned them. So I knew at that point he had a shot. We do that every day defensively, and what we do them one day a week with the offense, where the offense comes and joins the defense. We started that about 5 weeks ago. It's just good for those big linemen. You never know when they have to get on a fumble or bat a ball out of bounds, or a ball tips up in the air and they've got to make a play. I mean, you just never know. So we've been doing that once a week, about 5 6 weeks. Yeah, we've had some real good time. Once we get all the media stuff taken care of, and we can get just down to playing football. I mean, that's probably what we do best.
Chris, your defense is always praised. Do you think sometimes your offense doesn't get the recognition?
I've been asked that a bunch of times. We got a really good defense, and it's going to be probably one way or the other. Back when we had Anthony Calvillo at Montreal, we had a great defense too. But you'd never know. Sometimes we played defensively. I think that's just human nature for people to do. We got an awful good offense, and when you've got a good defense, that means that offensively they're staying on the field, because they don't get any points or any yards when the defense is over there sitting down. Well, I mean, our John White, our starter, got hurt in camp, and he had a really good camp. Then right at the end, he got hurt, and then Shakir came in and he got rolled up, and then Chad got, he came in a couple weeks and got hurt. I mean, so it's kind of been one of those years where, we just got to try to get guys healthy, and so that we do have an adequate, run game. And the one thing about it is, again, Paul and Ed have done a good job of bringing us running backs that have the ability to make plays for us. Yeah, you know what? We're going to play the best players. It doesn't really matter who it is. He's a high character kid. He's extremely well prepared as far as on the chalkboard with his protections, and that's number one. And, if you look at his stats over his college career, he was a 5.56 yard average guy.
Jared said that, well, it hasn't been a point of preoccupation or anything. The guys have taken notice of the fact that Ottawa has had a lot of attention here this week, awards, all that stuff. Is there anything in any part of your team that's perhaps a little bit more motivated by that kind of stuff?
You know what? I would hope that wouldn't be the sole source of any type of motivation, although, again, they had a real good night last night.
Commissioner was asked this morning about the number of Canadians who start in this league. As someone who's had to start a defensive line on the offensive line this year, what are your thoughts on the number of 7 right now? Does it have to change?
You know what? I mean, again, I'm not prepared right now to comment on that. I would rather just, comment on the game and not let anything like that overshadow what we're trying to get accomplished here. Have a great game. I'm sure that those are things that will come up in the future that I can comment and probably be more educated on.
Chris, you and Jason Moss were together over in Toronto. What is it about what he made you offensively that he hasn't shown yet that you may have as intel in the back of your mind and vice versa?
Well, you know what? He does an outstanding job. I mean, Jay Moss is a great dude, by the way. Really have always enjoyed my time around him. Think he's done a super job bringing Henry along, first year in the offense and lighting up the league like he did. And, so we'll just have to wait and see, Arash, to see whether or not, he brings out any tricks. I mean, I know they tried to bubble pass us one time, and they had us, quite honestly, and underthrew the ball in the rain over at their place. So we've got to be ready for anything. Again, their offense is like ours, and a lot of the tricks that Scott had over there in Toronto, we've got in our bag, and they do theirs as well.
Chris, Mike has over 300 yards passing in each of the last 4 games. Was it just him getting back into the flow of things, or did you see something click with him in the offense, about a month and a half?
Well, again, I mean, anytime you come off of, sitting around for whatever it was, 10, 11, 12 weeks, I mean, that's a long time to sit there hurt and injured, and you can't be on the field. CFL doesn't allow us to get them on any earlier. When they're on the 6th game, they have to sit out until their time is up. And so, it took him a few weeks just to, knock off the rust and that type thing. And, again, Mike Riley's a competitor. He's a winner, and he's not going to be satisfied with himself just being average. He's going to make sure that he's really, really good. That's just his nature.
In a league that's only got 9 teams, we see each other. How hard is it at this point of the season to do something different, something that doesn't catch the guy off guard?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, again, you're right. I mean, they've seen a lot of film on us, and I'm sure with a week off that they spent time looking at us and spending a little bit of time because they knew that we were in the West Final. So I would assume that they went back in the archives from early on when we played them first, and so you're right. It probably will be hard to catch them off guard.
Anything relevant? You guys played them really early in the season, your second and third games. Those games even factor into this at this point of the year?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they went back and saw what they, because we've got staple things defensively that we do, and they've got staple things, defensively and offensively and special teams that they do. So they probably went back and looked at their games and tried to locate plays that they hurt us on so that they can maybe come back to those.
Do you think it gives you maybe a little bit of advantage that when they look at those tapes, they don't see Riley and they don't see Will Walker?
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
Do you think it gives you a little bit of advantage when Ottawa looks at the tapes against you guys from earlier in the year that you didn't have Riley in that game, you didn't have Will Walker in the game? I guess just that.
No, I wouldn't think it would give us an advantage. I mean, it's pro football. I mean, they've watched the last 6, 7 games, and that's probably what that's what they've got their breakdowns on and what they're studying, that type thing. So I'm sure that they're fine.
Is there anything truly new that any coach can do right now that's
New, well, that's kind of hard to say. I mean, wrinkles here or there, but I mean, it's not like anybody's going to probably recreate the wheel right now. They're going to do the things that they've done well all year. They're going to win they're going to be dribbling with their right hand, not their left hand, if they're a right-handed guy, right? I may. Yeah. All right. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.